tell the whole story word for word, but I can tell it to where you get the point, right?
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Okay, real quick, right? It was an eagle, right? And this eagle was part of this kingdom from Africa that was rich in culture, rich in history, even rich in monetary, because they had all the gold, right? One day, a farmer took a voyage to Africa, and him and his friends and his comrades ran through this village like animals. They put chains on the people. They put a chain on the eagle's ankle and threw him in a ship with the Africans. Right? So now, they pursued the voyage. They're on the voyage now, right? And the eagle didn't make the voyage. But before the eagle died, it laid 3 eggs. So when the ship came to land, it was talked about what to do with these eggs. So the farmer said, well, let's throw the eggs in the chicken coop. So the eggs, these eagle eggs hatch. And the first thing they see is chickens. And the chickens replied to these eagles, who are ugly chickens. You're just ugly chickens. And they believed it. So one day, the farmer went on another voyage, his second voyage, did the same thing he did to the other tribes. He enslaved the people, took the eagle, and put it on a slave ship, right? This time, this eagle makes the voyage. And when the eagle makes it to the farm, he sees these other eagles who think they're chickens. And he's trying to tell them, he said, chicken. Y'all not chickens, y'all eagles. Them things on your wings, them ain't like chickens. You can actually fly off the plantation with them things you got on your back. But they lived on the farm. They were born on the farm. So they couldn't quite see it. So every day, the eagle would remind them of their past. We come from a place where there's riches and green pastures everywhere. The other chicken, one of the eagles started to actually see. The other eagle was kind of, the other eagle was like, nah, I ain't no chicken. Ain't no way I can be a chicken. You know what I'm saying? He said, I was born here. I wasn't born over there. I'm a chicken, right? So it became so much a problem. All the animals on the plantation conspired to beat that eagle up for running his mouth. What he talking all this? I'm from this place. And, you know, what's better than what we got here? That's what he said. What's better than we got here? You know what I'm saying? So they beat him up and they send him in the corner and they shamed him. Everybody would look at him like, look at that old crazy eagle, thinking he an eagle. He really a chicken. Look at him. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? So one day, they looked in the corner and he wasn't there no more. He was on a fence, you know, looking good. He healed himself. They clipped his wings and he grew it back, you know. And he said, this is my final.
You now have a grace period of 1 minute to get to class.
This is my final, this is the last time I try to convince you that you're an eagle. He said, those things on the back of your sides, if you spread them, you can fly just like me. One eagle tried it, and he flew right up there. The other eagle, he was kind of hesitant.
30 seconds.
He tried it anyway, and he flew right alongside the eagle. You know what I'm saying? The other eagle, he was just so beat down, so Europeanized. He was like, I'm from
15 seconds.
I'm not an eagle. I'm a chicken. And ultimately, he stayed on the plantation. The story sounds familiar because that sounds like us. Whenever I'm out with the youth
Teachers,
about
at this point, do not allow any students into the room. Students, if you are the holdup, you must report to
because
Mr.
they don't
Bell.
realize that
Thank you.
they are the eagles. Me being the chicken trying to remind them what they are. So the story is deeper. You can get it on YouTube or on Google. You can Google the eagles that thought they was chickens. And read it to your little brothers. your nieces and your nephews, to give them a perspective on the situation you're in. I mean, real talk, black power is black power. Like they got their power. In their home household, they have their power. Anything in their house that doesn't fit with their natural order of things has to be dismissed. So this is where we at. We need to dismiss these things. Because Harriet Tubman said, what that say? That's right. That's right. And this can mean a whole lot of things. What's being mentally dead? Now, how can you get wisdom from a person who's mentally dead? Dead niggas tells no tales. So if we live a life trying to get water out of a rock, good luck. Because water don't come from rocks. We are a generation of people that believe that bunny rabbits lay eggs. Right? Huh? You never knew that? You never knew bunny rabbits did not lay eggs?
I mean, I wouldn't think they would. Like, I don't know. That's why.
Uh-oh.
Because I was always
See,
raised
that's
like
education. I'm saying that's education. That's education. Think about it. Bunnies do not lay eggs.
That's so funny. I want to go see some baby
Huh?
bunnies.
So why is it such a thing?
I'm dead.
Because it's a metaphor. With the bunny at Easter, you're dealing with a religious attribute. It involves fertility. An egg is a fertility. It's a symbol of fertility. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just look it up. You know, it's deep. You know what I'm saying? But in a sense, this is what we've been taught. We've been psychologically trained to think that. Would you care? You want to read something?
Let me read something.
Would you like to?
I will.
We just build it. We build it. We build it. Let me see.
I'll read something.
I got some right here. Right here. Got some right here. You know what this is, right? It's a Willie Lynch letter.
That's a letter?
Yeah.
That's a long letter.
Yeah. Y'all know?
Come on, man.
Okay.
That's background, man.
Okay. Here. I want you to read this. Please read this.
And the message is still true today by William Lynch. Gentlemen, I greet you here on the banks of James River in the year of our Lord 1712. First, I shall thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I am here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me with my modest
Speak up a little
invitation
bit.
in the
Speak up.
in the West Indies, where I have experimented with some of the newest and still oldest methods for control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented. As our boat sailed south on the James River, named for illustrious king, whose version of the Bible we cherish, I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human bodies along its old highways in great numbers, you are here using the tree and the rope on occasion. I caught the whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple miles back. You are not only losing valuable stock by hangings, you are having uprisings. Slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in fields too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires. Your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are? I do not need to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate your problems. However, I am here to introduce you to the method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that installed correctly, it will control the slaves at least 300 years.
Stop. He said 300 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what year he said he wrote the letter?
I don't know what I skipped.
1712?
712.
Okay.
1,712.
Okay, and he said 300 years, right?
Yeah.
Let's do the math. It said it would last for 300 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
1700s, 1800s, 1900s.
2012, the 2014.
right. Now keep on reading, because we getting somewhere.
My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and I make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this little list of differences, and think about them. On top of my list is age, but there is only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, size, plantation, status on plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slaves lived in the valley, on the hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget you must pitch the old black male versus the young black, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the females versus the males, and the males versus the females. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks, but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensively for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen.
Ashe. Let's give her a round of applause for that. Ashe, I use ashe. Ashe is a Yoruba term that actually means to move on, or it means right on, or it means word up. You know what I'm saying? So in the African tradition, when we agree upon, or if something getting good, like how the sister just read these devil words, we say ashe. But now, go ahead, bro.
When it said like light skin and stuff, like light skin versus dark skin, like that's what we do in school. Like we do like light skin.
Wait. Because we getting somewhere
For
now.
real, that's crazy.
We getting somewhere now. What did it say? It said if used for years,
maybe thousands.
it will last
And right
for
now-
thousands of years.
We at work like,
So we dealing with self-hatred, right? And I'm trying to show you where our self-hatred gonna come from. How it's easy for us to shoot each other in the face and consciously not think about it. Because it was easy for Willie Lynch and the devils that came after him. So he wrote this letter as a plan to control slaves. So after Reconstruction, after the war was over, a lot of those plantations were abandoned by those Europeans. So that meant that people can walk in there and pillage through stuff. And this is what they found. This letter from the plantation owners, used intensively, and it will last for thousands of years.
and they use that shit.
He said it will last for 300 years, and he underestimated himself.
I did the custom for 302 years.
There you go. And we far from hate, we far from not having a concept where light skin versus dark skin. I mean, look at the way we respect our elders today.
We don't. No.
Because he said pitch the young against the old. Right? So we distrust our elders and we trust white folk.
What is this? I gotta get this letter
I
somewhere.
want that.
I want that so
Do we
bad.
have that?
Can
Word.
we get some copies?
Brother Chandler can get this. This is online. Y'all can, I got a PDF file I can give y'all. We can,
You could
you know.
Bluetooth it?
huh?
You can Bluetooth it?
Yeah, in fact, here, look. This is the African Conscious Workshop. We do this every Monday
Money.
at the Meriwether Library. We looking for conscious youth
Oh, it's by the house.
to take over. See, now
I
she
didn't
ain't
know
got
that's
no
what it was
excuse.
called.
She ain't got no excuse.
I gotta work.
Huh?
I work.
Okay.
At 4 o'clock.
That's cool. That's cool.